biopics and Hollywood. Hollywood is interesting. When something makes money, they go for it shamelessly. They make multiple movies trying to exploit that particular trend. At this particular time, we have bioepics. We had Whitney, we have Elvis, and now they're making a Michael Jackson bioepic. Is that a good thing? Yes, if you love Michael Jackson and you grew up listening to his music, yeah, it's awesome. I grew up listening to Michael Jackson. I love his music. But for me, personally, as a film lover, I would have rather they would have gone for someone else. Someone who made Michael Jackson know Michael Jackson was. If you look at the best-selling albums by Michael Jackson, they were all influenced by one person. This person grew up in the 60s. This person was there when Tupac had all the drama. When hip-hop was coming up, this person was there. This person has been the core of music, what we call pop music today. He's not the one who came up with everything, but he was always at the center of it. He was always around that. This guy gave us Will Smith. This guy used to hang out with Frank Sinatra. I'm talking about Quincy Jones. This guy needs a bioepic. It doesn't make sense why you go for. Okay, yeah, I understand. He made a shitload of money through music, but there's a person who made it. This person made Will Smith. Quincy Jones is one of the. I know he has a Netflix documentary, but I think it would be more interesting if we went back and made a film about this guy. We look at him when he was coming up in the 60s. Can you imagine in the 60s being a musician in a world where being black is being a second-class citizen? Man, how interesting is that? Can you imagine being there when pop music was popping up? Yeah. And if you're talking about marketing, you're like, then what would it do for the marketing department? Think of it this way. If I was marketing a Quincy Jones film, I would say that this guy is the guy who gave us Will Smith, this is the guy who gave us Michael Jackson, and he was also pivotal in making Oprah to become Oprah. He was there when Oprah was, actually people got to recognize Oprah. And yet, we focus on Michael Jackson. We talk of superhero fatigue. Very soon, we are going to be talking about bioepic fatigue. Who else do they do? Will they go for, let me see, will they go for Beyonce when she's still alive? Will they go for Jay-Z when he's still alive? I mean, they did Biggie, they did Tupac, I think, I'm not sure, but that people didn't actually like it very much. But I'm just hoping that Hollywood will see the light and start focusing on the people who are behind the scenes, you know. Quincy is one of the biggest. People talk of Martin Luther King, people talk of all these activists who did a lot for the black culture. But in terms of influence and in terms of actually entertainment in the black community, I think Quincy Jones is up there. So give the man a bioepic. Give him the respect that he deserves. And then maybe later on, a few years from now, when Michael Jackson's kids have now grown and no, they're not kids anymore, I know they're grown, but years after, when making bioepics is not the ill thing, that's when you're just randomly supposed to make a Michael Jackson bioepic, rather than his bioepic being a part of a trend. Why don't focus on just making his movie for the sake of just making his movie, rather than being a part of a trend? Anyway, thank you for watching. See you on the next one.